When I was growing up, I was probably an expert at pushing my parents' buttons. And I know this because I got spanked a lot. And so the lie that I told myself about that was that I was raised in a dysfunctional family. The thing that does to me when I sit there and I tell everybody that I was raised in a dysfunctional family means that I'm a victim. And that's the second biggest lie that we tell ourselves. The first lie being that we're all separate. The second lie is I'm a victim. And I don't know how many people you talk to about how, and listen to their story. We all have a story. In other words, who would, we love to tell our friends and family about how somebody has done something to us, or how unfair life is, or what a terrible day I've had, or the fact that I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm going to be unhappy. And it's all somehow wrapped up into this notion that we're victims. We have no control over anything. We have no control over our happiness. We have no control over our careers. We have no control over our children or our parents or our friends or anything. We're all victims. And the reason that this is a lie is because one of the most basic truths I've ever learned is that I created all of this. If you want to be empowered, which is a big buzzword now, and it's almost started to become a cliche, is that people want to stand in their power. They want to speak their truth. They want to be in control. Well, the very first thing that you have to do is to stop telling the lie that you are a victim and take responsibility, and at least a way that stops yourself from throwing up your hands and saying, I give up because life is unfair. Life is totally fair. When we start accepting that, and the fact that somehow, some way, we have created this universe through our perception, then we can start to take control of what happens to us. One of the things that I laugh a lot about is this whole notion about the law of manifestation, or the secret, or how to get what you want. The problem with that whole mindset is that people are focusing on the fact that they don't have what they want. And what they're trying to do is to learn some magic formula to find a magic wand that they could wave over themselves and their lives and get what they want. And so they buy all of these books about how to manifest this, how to manifest your soulmate, how to manifest a good paying job, how to manifest this or manifest that. And what the effect of that is that basically you're telling yourself you don't know what you're doing, and you don't have what you want, and you're going to need something in order to become who you want to be. And the amazing thing about that whole mindset is that once again you're focusing on something out there. You are trying to get something that you don't have right now because that's going to make you feel better about yourself, or that's going to make your life easier, or that's going to somehow change your life. And the problem with it is that it only compounds the problem. Because what happens if you don't manifest what it is you're trying so hard to manifest? Exactly. You are enforcing that victimhood that you were told about when you were born. Because that lie feeds into the other lies that you're not happy, that you are separate from everything else, and you become miserable. You suffer. You can't, how in the world can you be happy if you're spending all your time wishing you had something else? And so the way you get around this, the way you correct this, the way that you heal this is to think about how fortunate you are. I mean, one of the things, whether you're on the lowest end of the food chain or not in this country, you're better off than 99% of the world. And so even if you're homeless, even if you flunked out of school, you're still doing better than most of the people in the world. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in our victimhood, and we get so wrapped up in wanting something else that we absolutely forget that. And I have 2 sons. I've been divorced twice. I've had probably 7 or 8 jobs in my life. I was a trial lawyer for 30 years. I was a cattle rancher. I was a horse trainer. I ran a restaurant for 3 years. I'm probably the biggest screw up you have ever seen in your life. And the lessons that I learned in going through all of this is that what I'm doing has absolutely nothing to do with how I'm feeling. However, how I'm feeling has everything to do with what I'm doing. Because if I'm not feeling very good, I'm just going to be screwing up again. And so the most important thing that I experience and the things that I've learned with all of this is that how I feel is absolutely 100% my responsibility. And it has absolutely nothing to do with what's going on outside of my head.